Many of you guys know I adore minivans. They're the most practical vehicle money can buy. Sliding doors is an ultimate luxury with little children. Right now, I'm testing out, well, I own a Toyota Sienna, but I'm also testing out the 2025 Honda Odyssey. Make sure to check out my 1-month ownership review. I'm going to take a nice trip to Disney with the family next month in January and talk about my road trip impressions with the 2025 Honda Odyssey. But there's one thing about the Honda Odyssey, well, that is a bit tough for me, and that is it's 19 miles per gallon in town, which we'll see what kind of fuel economy it gets on my road trip, right? The Honda Odyssey, though, does something that the new Sienna can't. And, well, besides VTEC, it has really good power and it's incredibly smooth. The new Toyota Sienna is hybrid only, and it gets insane fuel economy. In my testing, anywhere from 37 to 47 miles per gallon that I verified through Phillips. Now, the engine, though, it's buzzy, it's underpowered, it's not the best for hauling people around. Well, check out what's going on. And I've been asking for a plug-in Sienna ever since the hybrid Sienna came out. A plug-in hybrid Sienna based off the RAV4 hybrid. The Sienna's long-lost brothers, the Alphard and the Vellfire, that are made in Japan, just got the plug-in hybrid that I've been waiting for. Let's get into it. Let's get into the forbidden minivan plug-in hybrid fruit. Guys, if you enjoy minivans, make sure to smash the like button. More than likely you do if you're here, and let's get into this. Toyota launches Alphard and Vellfire plug-in hybrid. Now, this is interesting, and this is something I roast Toyota for and Lexus, mainly Lexus for, on their platform mate to this. This is on the K platform. The Lexus TX only has 6 seats when you put in the hybrid powertrains. These plug-in hybrids apparently only have 6 seats. These are more luxury movers than they are family movers in many parts of the world. I understand that. But instantly, this wouldn't work for me. If they made a Sienna with only 6 seats as a plug-in hybrid, it would be infuriating and it would almost make me cry, right? The powertrain that I want. Now, you might be saying, Kirk, there's a plug-in hybrid on the Pacifica. Yes, I've tested it. It's really expensive and it's not impressive. And it's not very refined. I'll just say that. It makes Toyota's hybrid seem like 10 years newer in, I guess, refinement. So I'm not saying it's a bad vehicle, but I know people have had issues with that plug-in hybrid Pacifica. All right. These things would essentially be bulletproof because they're based off of the RAV4 Prime's plug-in hybrid powertrain with around 300 horsepower, and these would get around 40 miles of range in theory. But I got to see if we have a different battery configuration in here. And this plug-in hybrid, if it was available in the Sienna, would address the issues that I have with the engine's NVH. It's buzzy, it's underpowered as well, and it can be loud. It can not just buzzy, annoying sound, but it can be loud. And so if the engine's not running and you can run them full electric with around 200 horsepower available to you in full electric, that sounds pretty good to me for city driving. Now, they say it's getting about 73 kilometers of EV range. So 73 times 0.62, that's about 45 miles, but that's a different cycle. I would say you could probably get close to 40 miles here in the United States on electric, assuming you're not taking it out on the highway. EV mode is definitely meant for driving around town. That's where electric motors and batteries are very, very efficient. All right. So probably closer to around 40 miles of EV range in town for if we were to see something like this in the Sienna. Now, the engine, of course, will be used for highway usage, and that's the great thing about a plug-in hybrid minivan, is that you remove the inefficiencies of the gasoline engine in town, and then you have the benefits of the gasoline engine on long road trips, and you can fill up anywhere. You don't have to plan your trip like you would with a fully battery electric van like the ID Buzz, for example. So plug-in hybrid minivan is, to me, like the perfect minivan if done correctly. Sales will start January 7th on these plug-in hybrid minivans. But let's go ahead and see if we can look at these configurations and draw anything more from this. Of course, we have pricing, which It's apples to oranges. It's in a different market. It's in yen as well. Of course, the plug-in hybrid is on the most expensive trim. They want it to be a range topping powertrain, and that's the way it is on the Vellfire and the Alphard. Okay. But they start at 10,650,000 yen. So what's 10,650,000? That's about 68,000 US dollars. It's a lot of money, but these are luxury vehicles. They compete. I guess they would be akin to mini Lexus models in the United States in terms of build quality and materials. Now, you might be saying, Kirk, there is a Lexus LM. And the LM hasn't been announced to have this powertrain yet that I'm aware of. The LM is based off the Alphard and the Vellfire. It's a luxury minivan. Watch my tour of it when David and I were in Japan. David from Automotive Press. We gave you guys a tour of the LM500H. So this would be like an LM450H Plus, right? If it were to come to the market. They've mentioned that the center of gravity is lower than the hybrid. Yes, it's true, minus 35 millimeters, but this battery is a lot heavier than the normal hybrid. So it's kind of, it's not really that big of a gain here to have a lower center of gravity, in my opinion, because it's definitely heavier overall. This is cool. A new smooth stop control system, which suppresses sudden nosedives when decelerating, helps stabilize its passengers and achieve a better riding experience. We have the same output here, a little over 300 horsepower from this 225 kilowatt, 2.5 liter plug-in hybrid. Again, it's exact same setup as that we see in the RAV4 Prime, or what used to be the RAV4 Prime is now called the RAV4 PHEV. On a level 2, now their voltage is different, right? It'd be 240 here in the United States on a level 2, but their level 2 is 200 volts. It takes about 38 minutes to get 80% of full charge. So roughly it's going to take you an hour to get this thing fully charged on a level 2, and it'll probably be 3 to 4 hours to fully charge it on a level 1. It's also equipped 1500 watts with external power supply as standard. Okay, this is really cool as well. So if you look at Hyundai and Kia's eGMP platform, they kind of have built in a vehicle to load or vehicle to home setup. You just need to have the small adapter for it. This does as well. So this is vehicle to home, but you have to buy the vehicle home device sold separately. This transforms the DC electricity from the vehicle to AC electricity that can be used with household appliances. So that sounds incredible. I'd love to have that sort of feature on plug-in hybrids here in the United States from Toyota. I just don't think it's available quite yet. All right. Nor is a plug-in hybrid minivan in general. Yes, this thing is beautiful. No surprise. No surprise it costs $60-some thousand if you want the plug-in hybrid. But again, it's too darn bad that it is only a 6-seater. Like that's something I feel like Honda does really well. The Odyssey I'm in, it's an 8-seater, but you can take out the middle seat and slide the seats side to side and make it a 7-seater. I have it equipped as a 7-seater. It's very, very convenient. Honda's minivan. A Honda is typically a lot more crafty when it comes to space management and like customization inside their vehicles compared to Toyota. So I'll see you guys in the comments. Are you sad we don't get this plug-in hybrid Alphard and Vellfire? Are you sad that we don't get this powertrain at all in the Sienna, which it just seems like a no-brainer of a vehicle to put a plug-in hybrid in the Sienna. Now, could we see a plug-in hybrid in the Sienna? And the answer is absolutely. Maybe Toyota is waiting for the North Carolina battery plant to come online, and then they're going to give the Sienna a good old refresh. These vans, as I'm looking at them, they are superior to the Sienna. Maybe not in terms of space, actually probably in terms of space, because here's the thing. These vans, why aren't they available in America? Well, they're a little bit skinnier for Japanese roads, and Toyota probably saves money by making the Sienna here instead of importing these vans in theory. But these vans are a better van than what we have. Why is that? Well, I've been in these vans. I haven't driven them, but here's the thing. The visibility is so much better in these vans. Look at this big window in the back. The new Sienna has like the smallest window back there. You feel like you're claustrophobic in the new Sienna. And then you have the optional panel roofs in these things for just more airiness, more light coming into the cabin. Look at this interior compared to our Sienna. It's just not even, it's not comparable, right? And then you have the rotating seats and stuff, which is pretty cool. And here's the Vellfire, which is the more sportier version of the two. I need to stop looking at this because I'm just lusting. I don't particularly like the design of these vans, but they are a better van objectively over the Sienna for sure. But I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully Toyota refreshes the Sienna next year when we get plug-in hybrid powertrain slotted into it with 7 to 8 seat configurations with that plug-in hybrid powertrain. It is what it is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys cry it out in the comments below alongside of me. Peace out.